Welcome to Teaching Truth. Presented by Kevin MacLeod, Grand Designs is one of my favourite television programmes. It follows different people who set out to pursue their vision of a dream home, often by building it themselves. Be it the restoration of a crumbling castle in Yorkshire, building a home on an eco-barge in Kent, converting a lifeboat building in Tenby, or excavating underneath a London mews. One of my favourite episodes featured Dean Marks. You might call him a crazy builder. He was certainly a visionary, for he sees the opportunity of transforming the derelict 18th century St Martin's Church in Tipton in the West Midlands against unbelievable odds into a modern, welcoming family home. So why do I begin our reflections by talking about grand designs? Well, I do so because our reflections this week focus on God's grand design. God's grand design revealed to us in Revelation 21, a grand design of new things. In a way, a grand design of new builds, a grand design of a different kind, a new build way beyond our imagination, a new creation way beyond our imagination, a new coming way beyond our imagination, a new communion way beyond our imagination, a new condition way beyond our imagination, and a new city way beyond our imagination. In Revelation 21, we see God's grand design, God's new build, as it were, as we look towards the second coming of Christ. Let's read God's word together from Revelation 21 as it talks about the new Jerusalem, this new city, this new build, this grand design. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there were no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Then he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." There's a word in the text that's used on a number of occasions, and it's the word new. That word means recently made, fresh, recent, unused, unworn. A bit like the new build of any grand design. It's fresh, it's new, it's exciting. And this passage speaks of something that's fresh, that's new, that's exciting. It speaks of the time when God unveils, as it were, his grand design, when God makes all things new. And in our opening reflections today, we want to think about the fact that there will be a new creation, a new creation. And the first thing we want to notice that there will be a wrecked creation that will be destroyed. The verse that we read a few moments ago speaks of the day when the first heaven and the first earth will pass away. The atmosphere around it will be done away with. You see, the world we currently live in has been stained by the ink of sin. And a day will be coming when the Lord will do away with this world. Read Hebrews 1, 10 to 12, or 2 Peter 3, 7 to 13. Just think about the devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki when over 200,000 people died because man had learned how to cut a few atoms. Well, imagine what will happen to this world when God splits many billions of atoms. See, the atmosphere around this world has been claimed as the habitation of Satan and his demons. We read that in Ephesians 2:2. And God will root out the devil and his army. God will cleanse the earth and the atmosphere surrounding it. A wrecked creation will be destroyed to give way to a new build, a new creation. And as a result of that wrecked creation being destroyed, a wonderful creation will be displayed. The old heaven and the old earth will be replaced with a new edition, as it were. It will be remade as it was in the beginning, before sin invaded the world and tainted and ruined creation. In this new world, it will be perfect, created to be enjoyed by a perfected people. Just think for a moment about the beauty of this world we live in. Think about Switzerland and the majestic Alps, or think about the beautiful golden sandy beaches in the Caribbean. Well, let me say this, that when God makes a new world, these will pale into insignificance. These will pale into comparison in terms of what the Lord is going to do in that future day as part of the unveiling of his grand design, that new heaven and that new earth. John closes the verse by telling us that there will be no more sea. Now, bear in mind that when John penned these words on his parchment, he was a prisoner on the Isle of Patmos. John was separated from his congregation in Ephesus by the vast expanse of what we know as the Mediterranean Ocean. And so what John is telling us is that there will be no more separations in this new world. The seas as we know them will cease to exist. The world will be delivered from the grip of oceans that cover 3/4 of our planet. Instead of being a world where people are separated by natural boundaries, it will be a world in which men will be brought together as one. The opening verses of Revelation 21 unveil for us God's grand design for the universe, where a wrecked creation will be destroyed and a wonderful creation will be displayed. Join me tomorrow in Teaching Truth as we explore further God's grand design as revealed to us in Revelation 21.